Hello, this is Dylan from British English Coach, and this is the Master Polite English course. And in this video, I'm going to introduce or review 5 very common polite phrases we use in everyday life. So let's look at the first one. Let's imagine you've done something for somebody, you've helped them in some way, and they say to you, "Thanks for your help." How can you respond? That's right, you can just say, "You're welcome." You could say, "You're very welcome" as well, and that's fine. But it's a very quick, automatic phrase, "You're welcome." Let's look at the next one. Now let's imagine you've invited someone to your home or to your office, and they're maybe sitting in reception, or they're standing in reception, and they'd like to sit down. And maybe they say, "Can I take a seat?" And you respond, "Go ahead, be my guest." Could be used for anything. So for example, "Can I use your bathroom?" "Go ahead, be my guest." "Can I borrow your pen?" "Go ahead, be my guest." Now let's imagine you've had a party or a social event, and as the guests are leaving, one of them says, "Thanks for having me," which means thanks for inviting me to your party. And what do you say? Well, there are lots of things you could say, and one of those is, "My pleasure," or "It's been a pleasure," or "The pleasure's all mine," or even, "It's been nice to have you." Now let's imagine you've had a business lunch with somebody, a possible client, and at the end of the lunch, this person says, "I'll get the bill." How would you respond? Simple. "That's very kind of you," or even, "Very kind of you." Now, someone might offer you something else. They might have bought something for you, or maybe they've helped you in some way. Here's an example. "Happy birthday. Here's a little something for you." Maybe your boss has bought you something, and maybe you have quite a formal relationship with him. And you could say, "Oh, you shouldn't have," which means you shouldn't have gone to all that trouble. You're not saying it was a bad idea, but it's a very, very common expression we use. "Oh, you shouldn't have." And then you could say, "That's great, thank you very much." So remember to thank them for the present. An alternative is, "You needn't have." See, we don't say "you needn't have." Often we say "you needn't have." But I think probably these days it's more common to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have." Or even, "You didn't need to buy me anything. Thanks very much." Because really, secretly, you're very pleased that they've thought about you. Okay, so 5 very common phrases. "You're welcome." "Go ahead, be my guest." "My pleasure." "That's very kind of you," and "you shouldn't have." Okay, I hope to see you in the next video.